Good afternoon, Northeastern. Before I begin, I'd like to wish a very special Happy Mother's Day to all who celebrate today. I'm Dennis Rome, Provost of Northeastern Illinois University, and it's my honor and pleasure to welcome you, our graduates, your families, and friends, to the virtual commencement ceremony for the May 2021 graduates. We call this event a commencement because it is the beginning of something new, a new stage in the lives of those receiving degrees today. So the event looks to the future, but at the same time, it includes traditions from the past. Those traditions are a little different this year as we safely navigate the COVID-19 pandemic. But we are excited to celebrate your accomplishments in this new online way. Tuning in to today's celebration are members of the faculty and staff. It is through the work of these individuals in designing and executing the curricula of the university that you have been able to achieve your educational goals, culminating in graduation today. Please know that even though we are celebrating remotely, these dedicated faculty and staff members are cheering for you today. I ask that members of the graduating class join President Gibson and me in expressing our appreciation for a job well done, for they have truly changed your lives. The world needs graduates like you. You have persevered not only through rigorous academic programs, but also through an unprecedented international health crisis and all of the personal, professional, and academic challenges that come with it. Now, it is time to celebrate you on this important accomplishment. Best wishes to each of you, our graduates and new alumni. We hope you will return often to share your accomplishments with us and help steer future graduates towards academic success. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Gloria J. Gibson, President of Northeastern Illinois University.
Good afternoon, Northeastern. Congratulations, graduates. It is a joy and an honor for me to speak to you today. As a mother myself, I want to take a moment to wish all the mothers, aunts, grandmothers, and all those who mother a very happy Mother's Day. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge the mothers who are here today in spirit. Although many of us have suffered great losses over the past year and a half, today is a day to celebrate and honor not only our graduates, but all those who have championed them as well. On behalf of the faculty and staff at Northeastern, I thank everyone who has supported our students. This is your day as well. Class of 2021, now that you've completed the requirements for the degrees you are about to receive today, you shouldn't think of our commencement ceremony as a time when something ends. It's really a beginning, as well as an opportunity for celebration and appreciation. What do we have to celebrate? You've mastered the coursework. You've completed your last final exam. You've assured the faculty that you're ready. The diplomas you are about to receive aren't just being handed to you, you have earned them. I hope you take a moment to appreciate how far you've come and all those who helped you get to this day. Your friends, your teachers, your families, your classmates, because at Northeastern, we believe no one achieves their goals alone. Yet, I hope you also take a moment to appreciate yourself. You have struggled through experiences that generations before you did not have to navigate, particularly over the past year and a half. You faced unprecedented challenges, and you persevered. I know many of you faced incredible obstacles to earn your degree. I am in awe of how you rose to the occasion time and time again to get to this day and achieve your goal. You assure me day in and day out that you are ready to be leaders. You will use the skills and knowledge acquired from our 153-year-old institution to make a difference, strengthen our communities, and make meaningful contributions to society, just like the more than 84,000 Northeastern graduates who have come before you. You will break barriers. How do I know this? Because you already have. Many of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. Some of you have worked 2 or 3 jobs on top of taking a full course load. Some of you have balanced work and home life with schoolwork, not just of your own, but of your children's or younger siblings' schoolwork as well. I've said this time and time again. Northeastern students have grit. Today, I also encourage you to have gratitude. You see, it is the combination of grit and gratitude that opens doors. When you have passion and perseverance, and also keep the words thank you close, there's little you can't achieve. So I am confident that each of you, in your own unique way, will lead and serve the dynamic, multicultural world you are stepping into. And I cannot wait to see what barriers you break next. On behalf of the entire Northeastern Illinois University community, faculty, staff, students, alumni, our many friends and supporters, and those who for generations have worked to sustain this special place, I extend to each of you our heartfelt congratulations and best wishes. Congratulations, class of 2021. I am so proud of you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Comptroller Susana A. Mendoza as your May 2021 commencement speaker. Susana A. Mendoza was sworn in as Illinois Comptroller on December 5, 2016, after running for office on a platform of prioritizing the most vulnerable residents at a time when the state had gone without a budget for more than 2 years. An advocate for stability, bipartisanship, comprehensive budget solutions, and open and transparent financial reporting, Mendoza serves as Illinois' Chief Fiscal and Accountability Officer. Now in her 5th year as Comptroller, Mendoza has initiated a transparency revolution in state government, working with legislators of both parties to introduce and pass several transformative measures that make state financial information more publicly available than ever before. This includes the Debt Transparency Act, the Truth in Hiring Act, the Budgeting for Debt Act, and the Vendor Payment Program Transparency Act. Mendoza is a trailblazer when it comes to women in politics. She was the first Hispanic independently elected to statewide office in Illinois after her historic win as the first woman elected Chicago City Clerk in 2011. She was also the youngest member of the Illinois General Assembly when she was elected to the House, where she served for 6 terms representing Chicago's Southwest Side, including Little Village, where she was born. We are delighted that Comptroller Mendoza is able to provide us with the following message to our graduates. Thank you, Comptroller Mendoza.
Hi everyone, congratulations. I'm so thrilled for each and every one of you in the Northeastern Illinois University graduating class of 2021. You worked hard to get to this moment, and I hope you enjoy it. My name is Susana Mendoza, and I'm the Comptroller of the state of Illinois. You're probably asking yourself, what's a state controller? I'm responsible for paying every single bill that comes into the state of Illinois. During college, were you ever faced with more bills coming due than you had money coming in to pay them? And you had to prioritize which bills were most important to pay first. Yep, that's my job. I'm the state of Illinois' Chief Financial and Accountability Officer. The fact you're getting your degree today means you've learned to plan ahead for bills and projects coming due. Continue developing these skills you've learned here to budget enough time for yourselves to finish assignments, pay your bills on time, and prioritize what's most important, your lives, your families, and your long-term goals. I am a fierce advocate for responsible state spending, and I work hard to make sure Illinois is viewed as a good investment. I am proud, especially as a woman and Latina, to hold statewide office in Illinois. I believe it's important to use my position to be a voice for the voiceless in our state, immigrants, the disabled, the elderly, and children. Today is an exciting day. You are looking ahead to a future filled with promise, joy, and success. I couldn't be happier for you because I know how difficult it's been for you to get to this day. This past year has been tough, especially for young people like yourselves whose lives and education were altered by a global pandemic, stay-at-home orders, online learning, and overwhelming uncertainty. But you made it to the other side. We're all proud of you, so pat yourselves on the back. A few observations about you and me. You are a proud Golden Eagle, a graduate of Northeastern Illinois University. I am a proud Bulldog, a graduate of Northeast Missouri State University, Today it's known as Truman State University. Many of you were born in the late 1990s, just before the millennium. I graduated high school and went to college in the early 1990s. You grew up in the digital age. I remember the day my family got a VCR. Do you even know what that is? You and I come from two different generations, but I think we have something very important in common. We both believe in the enduring promise of investing in people. Now, I'm not just talking about financial investments, although one day you'll certainly be able to do that as a manager or a CEO or a donor to a cause. No, I'm talking about investing yourself, your time, and your talents to help your fellow citizens better themselves and their circumstances. I'm talking about stepping out of your comfort zone and investing in your community and in humanity. Offering a hand up when it's needed and a shout out when it's deserved. Sharing your advice and encouragement. Opening your heart. Standing up for those who can't stand up for themselves. You're about to leave the comfort and familiarity of this university to take the next steps in your life and career, whether that's a job, furthering your education, or something else. And guess what? A lot of people invested in you along the way so that you can do that. Your professors, your families, other students, alumni, taxpayers, they all believed in you. So I want you to remember this. Faced with a difficult choice, you'll never go wrong if you choose whatever enables you to invest in people. Lift up a fellow human being. Ease someone's burden. Right or wrong. Really listen to what other people have to say. We live in an age in which Americans, intentionally or not, sort themselves into silos based on political, religious, and ideological beliefs. It's not a coincidence this has happened as we've witnessed a disinvestment in local newspapers and TV stations, which used to help us get to know each other and connect with others in our communities. At the same time, social media exploded. With the rise of Facebook and Twitter came the damaging disinformation campaigns and distrust of facts. That distrust confuses and divides people. Is it any wonder so many people seem to have lost the ability to talk to each other, to consider other points of view, to give people the benefit of the doubt? It doesn't have to be this way. We need to come together. We need to come together and rediscover what connects us. I'm counting on you to help make that happen. These are uncertain times we're living in. There are so many events happening around us, both inspiring and heartbreaking, that beg for the next generation of leaders to invest, step up, and lift up. The steps you take to connect with and unite people, though they might seem small or insignificant at the time, can actually change lives and heal divides. Invest in your community. Invest in others. Invest in yourself. I have one other piece of advice. I urge you to be open to change and the exciting possibilities that can come with it. The plans and the goals you have for yourself today may look a lot different in a few years. You never know what you may discover about yourself. True story. It was a chance encounter with a poorly written campaign brochure that led me from a career in advertising to a career in public service. In 1994, I graduated from college in Missouri with a degree in business administration. After graduation, I returned to Chicago to get a job and moved back to Little Village. My first job out of college was working the front desk at the Marriott on Michigan Avenue, which I loved, by the way. And then I worked at an advertising firm that specialized in Spanish language advertising. They had great clients like Miller Brewing and Coca-Cola. In the spring of 1995, I happened to pick up a bilingual campaign brochure in which a political candidate was attacking his opponent. As I read the literature, I was surprised and frankly offended to read its sloppy argument and botched Spanish. I thought to myself, if this candidate doesn't care enough about my community to take the time to proofread his work in Spanish before getting elected, well, I can only imagine how things would be if he actually got elected. I could have simply thrown it in the trash and gone about my business, but instead, I took action. I was so incensed that I called the office of the targeted candidate, who I didn't know, by the way, and offered to write a rebuttal. In fact, I didn't have a computer back then, so I was up all night at Kinko's working on a mock-up of a brochure and presented it to him. Now, that's what people with no computers had to do back in the old days. That interaction, that phone call, it led to a friendship and later a working relationship with the candidate who, after seeing my passion for working to help people in the community, eventually encouraged me to run for his old seat in the state legislature. I realized that using a position of power to help make people's lives better was so much more important and meaningful to me than what the design of the new Coca-Cola can was going to look like. I knew I had found my true passion. I once again took action and I went for it. I was only 25 years old when I first ran for state representative, and I lost that first election by 55 votes. But I never gave up. I campaigned nonstop for the next 2 years, and I was elected to the Illinois House of Representatives at age 28, the youngest member of that General Assembly at the time. I served 6 terms and went on to become the first woman elected city clerk of Chicago. And in 2016, I became the first Hispanic independently elected to statewide office as state controller. I'm proud of these accomplishments, but I'm amused as I look back and think that all it took to awaken my interest in politics was one really bad campaign brochure for someone I didn't even know at the time. Well, actually, that's not all it took. It took me making the call instead of just throwing the brochure in the trash. I took action. An advertising career is a faint memory today because of the action that led me to my true passion of public service. So no matter what your dreams or passions are, don't keep them in your head as daydreams. Put them into action. Sometimes you'll accomplish them. Sometimes you might not at the first or second try. But never give up. Remember that a vision without action is nothing more than a hallucination. Always keep looking forward to the possibilities and the pleasant surprises that can come your way in life if you put your positive thoughts into action. As I wrap up, I just want to say I hope you enjoyed your time at Northeastern Illinois University. I'm certain you're leaving here with wonderful friendships and memories that you'll always cherish. I hope you'll carry your passion, your optimism, and all the things you've learned in college out into the world to do great things, amazing things. You've worked hard. Now it's time to celebrate. Congratulations, class of 2021. I salute you.
Thank you for those remarks, Comptroller Mendoza. My name is Andrea Evans, Dean of the Daniel L. Goodwin College of Education. It is my pleasure to join all of you today as we celebrate our graduates from the College of Education. It is my honor to stand before you today, both amazed and proud of the hundreds of graduates who showed resilience and who stayed the course to arrive at this moment in time. You found ways to push through the challenges you faced, even when your home lives, school, and in some cases your work lives all blended into one setting and often in front of your computer screen. So many of you continue to serve clients or students in clinical settings and in student teaching. You try to make their experiences as easy as possible while also navigating your own. You, the Goodwin College of Education class of 2021, are an extra special group of graduates, and we will forever be humbled by your grit and impressed by your perseverance. We take great pride and joy at your accomplishments. Congratulations to you, and congratulations to the family members and friends who supported you through this journey. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. I now present to you the May 2021 graduating class from the Northeastern Illinois University Daniel L. Goodwin College of Education. We will start with the graduates receiving master's degrees, followed by the graduates receiving bachelor's degrees.
Master's degree recipients. Sofia Vazquez Aguinaga, M.A. School Counseling. Christopher Alvarado, M.S. Exercise Science. Wafa Elwawi, M.A. Special Education. Jessica Alizio, M.A. Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Kendall Breen, M.S. Special Education. Crystal Brito, M.A. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Catherine Cloninger, M.A. Human Resource Development. Alex Cookman, M.A.T. Secondary Education. Callie Dalton, M.S. Special Education. Isabel Diaz, M.A. Literacy Education. Anita Dominic, M.S. Special Education. Steve Downey, M.A. Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Farahadun Durrani, M.A. Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Melanie Eckert, M.A. Special Education. Lisa Elzy, M.A. Urban Community Studies.
I mastered it, 2021. Yay!
Alexandria Evans, M.A.T. Secondary Education. Robin Fisher, M.A. Community and Teacher Leaders. Julia Ford, M.A. Special Education. Maya Freidheim, M.A. Community and Teacher Leaders. Natalie Gadini, M.S. Teaching and Inquiry. Lizette Gallen, M.A. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Dominique Galloway, M.S. Special Education. Karina Gamboa, M.A. Literacy Education. Marlene Garcia, M.A.T. Secondary Education. Melanie Denise Glover, M.A. Inner City Studies. Gio Gomez, M.A.T. Secondary Education. Citlali Gonzalez, M.A. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Andrea Graham, M.A. Urban Community Studies. Karen Guardarama, M.A. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Kelly Hartfield, M.S. Special Education. Keith Heim, M.S. Teaching and Inquiry. Hector Hernandez, M.A. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Irving Hernandez, MAT, Secondary Education. Samantha Jo Brooke Hostler, MA, Community and Teacher Leaders. Juan Ibarra Flores, MA, School Counseling.
Big shout out to my family, my parents, I love you. Mom, me puse las pilas. Also, my wife, couldn't have done it without you.
James Jarvis, MA, School Counseling. Debbie Johnson, MA, Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Katie Karish, MS, Special Education. Jamal Keaton, MA, Literacy Education. Vesna Kim, MA, School Counseling. Lauren King, MAT, Secondary Education. Vicky Conser, MA, Literacy Education. Maria Kosik, MA, Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Melissa Ksepko, MA, Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Travis Larrabee, MA, School Counseling. Kyle Learn, MA, Literacy Education. Betty Lee, MA, Community and Teacher Leaders. Amelie Lepero, MA, Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Myra Leva, MA, School Counseling. Priscilla Linares, MA, Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Susanna Luna, MA, Community and Teacher Leaders. Jessica Madrigal, MAT, Secondary Education. Juanita Marquez, MS, Teaching and Inquiry. Gloria Martinez, MS, Exercise Science. Kian McCottrell, MA, Community and Teacher Leaders.
I finally made it. I finally did it. I'm proud of myself. I just want to thank everyone who supported me. Thank you.
Michael Meadows, MA, Literacy Education. Angela A. Miller, MA, Literacy Education. Heather Morrison, MA, Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Marissa Lugo, MA, Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Karen Murphy, MA, School Counseling. Maricela Nahara, MA, School Counseling. Robert Nicoletti, MA, Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Amanda Nieves, MA, Community and Teacher Leaders.
Thanks to all of my family, friends, and teachers for their love and support throughout this challenging journey. Congratulations, class of 2021. We did it! Woo!
Janelle Nunziato, MA, Special Education.
Thank you to all my amazing friends and family, and to my amazing husband for being my rock and my soundboard. And thank you, NEIU.
Casey Ackerlund, MS, Special Education. Jory Pesci, MA, Literacy Education. Corey Piper, MS, Special Education. Stephanie Polakovsky, MS. Teaching and Inquiry. Sydney Price-Doski, MA. Special Education. Ihor Rekba, MA. Human Resource Development. Jessica Rencher, MA. Inner City Studies. Elena Reyes, MS. Special Education. Elizabeth Roberts, MAT. Secondary Education. Serena Robertson, MA. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Wendy Rodas, MAT. Secondary Education. Desiree Rodriguez, MA. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Laura Rodriguez, MA. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Bertha Ruiz, MS. Teaching and Inquiry. Rebecca Ryder, MA. Literacy Education. Gabriel Salgado, MA. Community and Teacher Leaders.
Agradecer a mi familia, a mi papá, a mi mamá, a Erika, a Félix, también a mis carnales y a mis sobrinos también. Échale ganas.
Amy Solman, MAT. Secondary Education. Tyrone Morris Sally, MA. Community and Teacher Leaders. Anthony Scardina, MAT. Secondary Education. Elizabeth Steinkoff, MA. Community and Teacher Leaders. Laura Schweikert, MA. School Counseling. James Searcy, MA. Urban Community Studies. Tim Sheehan, MA. Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Julie McCullough Sherman, MA. Special Education. Paula Short, MAT. Secondary Education. Michael Smirrett, MA. Rehabilitation Counseling. Rachel Sotomayor, MA. Human Resource Development. Amy Sue, MA. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Lauren Thiel, MA. Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Amy Tsay, MA. Literacy Education. Diana Valdez, MA. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Isabel Vargas, MA. Educational Leadership, Higher Education. Gurjan Vrend, MA. Community and Teacher Leaders. Stephanie Warda, MA. School Counseling. Paddle Webster, MA. Human Resource Development.
I want to thank my incredible parents and friends for supporting me throughout this challenging yet rewarding journey, and I cannot wait to see what spectacular opportunities lie on the road ahead.
Lisa Winston, MA. Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Jennifer Nguyen, MA. Educational Leadership, School Leadership. Bachelor's degree recipients. Jonathan Abad, BA. Special Education. Celeste Adon, BA Human Resource Development.
I just want to say a big old thank you to my mom, Iris. Mom, I'm only here because of all your love, support, and your sacrifices. Thank you.
Mustafa Al-Saklawi, BA Human Resource Development, cum laude. Antonio Arizmendi Sandoval, BA Human Resource Development, summa cum laude. Maria Armirez, BA Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Dalia Arroyo, BA Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Edita Baksek, BA Human Resource Development. Raymond Bannock, BA Middle Level Education. Charisma Barrera, BA Inner City Studies, cum laude. Selena Barrera, BA Special Education, cum laude. Joe Benjamin, BA Physical Education. Victoria Bolanos, BA Special Education, magna cum laude. Corina Buchowicz, BA Human Resource Development. Melinda Calderon, BA Elementary Education, cum laude. Tara Caldwell, BA Physical Education, Honors Scholar, cum laude. Iris Canadas, BA Early Childhood Education. Alex Cannell, BA Middle Level Education, magna cum laude. Omero Cantu, BA Physical Education, magna cum laude. Ricky Cardi, BA Special Education, cum laude. Natalie Carrillo, BA Special Education, magna cum laude. Stephanie Rose Carroll, BA Early Childhood Education. Tanya Cervantes, BA Special Education, cum laude. Tiffany Cervantes, BA Early Childhood Education. Nayeli Contreras, BA Elementary Education, cum laude. Diana Corral, BA Human Resource Development and Psychology, summa cum laude. Andrea Cortez, BS Community Health. Rich Crawley, BA Physical Education. Carolyn Crost, BA Physical Education, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Cruzet Perez, BA Elementary Education. Cynthia Cubero, BA Elementary Education. Beatrice Cabrastanti de Healig, BA Early Childhood Education, summa cum laude. Daniel Delgado, BS Community Health, magna cum laude. Natalie D. Maria, BA Special Education, cum laude. Amani El Hindi, BA, Special Education, summa cum laude. Jessica Foster, BA, Human Resource Development, summa cum laude. Anna Franco, BA, Early Childhood Education. Catherine Gajewski, BA, Elementary Education. Alejandro Garcia, BA, Elementary Education, cum laude. Jocelyn Garcia Artiega, BA, Human Resource Development, cum laude. Robert Garza, BA, Physical Education, magna cum laude. Angelica Georgopoulos, BA, Elementary Education, cum laude. Nesreen Gawi, BA, Elementary Education. Ricardo Gomez Renteria, BA, Middle Level Education, cum laude. Christina Gonzalez, BA, Early Childhood Education, summa cum laude. Evelyn Gonzalez, BA, Bilingual Bicultural Education and Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Anel Godino, BA, Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Eric Guerrero, BA, Special Education.
Mapa, lo logramos.
Zilid Gairakoka, BA, Bilingual Elementary Education. Karina Gutierrez Alcaraz, BA, Elementary Education, cum laude. Claudia Guzman, BA, English Secondary Education. Manuela Albert Haydaw, BA, Early Childhood Education. Cassandra Henry, BA, Elementary Education. Ginny Herrera, BA, Human Resource Development. Leslie Jacob, BA, English Secondary Education. Paul Johansson, BA, Physical Education. Sierra Johnson, BA, Human Resource Development, magna cum laude. Daniela Close, BA, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Anastasia Kuznikov, BA, Early Childhood Education, summa cum laude. Joy La Rosa, BA, Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Lathalie Lawrence, BA, Early Childhood Education, cum laude. Rosalinda Lorena Lazalde, BS, Community Health, cum laude. Carlos Legazamo, BA, Early Childhood Education, summa cum laude. Andrea Lemus, BA, Elementary Education. John Lesniak, BA, Physical Education, cum laude. Cohen Lee, BA Middle Level Education. Summa cum laude.
To NEIU and all my professors and other people who work in the NEIU. Thank you so much. I love
Cynthia Lopez. BA Early Childhood Education. Magna cum laude. Ricardo Luengas. BA Early Childhood Education. Cum laude. Olivia Mamak. BA Elementary Education. Summa cum laude. Daniel Marcos. BA Physical Education. Cum laude. Bianca Marquez. BA Early Childhood Education. Cum laude. Jasmine Marquez. BA Elementary Education. Cum laude. Stephanie Yarrett Martinez. BA Early Childhood Education. Amina Mamik. BA Human Resource Development and Communication, Media and Theater. Cum laude. Hajra Mian. BA Special Education. Magna cum laude. Jessica Mojica. BA Physical Education. Magna cum laude. Esperanza Nambo. BA Human Resource Development. Magna cum laude. Janelle Neris. BA Special Education. Jennifer Ortega. BA Elementary Education. Cum laude. Kyle Owens. BA Human Resource Development. Maricela Palma Barraza. BA Physical Education. Summa cum laude. Megan Patton. BA Special Education. Aiden Pereira. BS Community Health. Dan Poskas. BA English Secondary Education. Gia Chanel Price. BA Human Resource Development. Alan Gabriel Ramirez Lona. BA Physical Education. Natalie Ramos. BA Elementary Education. Jessica Rivera Garate. BA Elementary Education. Cum laude.
I'd like to thank my mother, my partner, and my siblings for always believing in me, and my professors and my advisor. Thank you so much.
Ebony Robinson. BA Elementary Education. Wilson Rodriguez. BA Physical Education. Richard Ruff. BA Physical Education. Summa cum laude. Brian Ruiz. BA Physical Education. Alejandra Sanchez. BA Inner City Studies. Cum laude. Michelle Sanchez. BA Elementary Education. Cum laude. Ryan Schmidl. BA Special Education. Magna cum laude. Amanda Schutz. BA Elementary Education. Magna cum laude. Kyle Schwabe, BA, Special Education. Jeremiah Serrano, BS, Community Health.
Hey everybody, it's been a great ride. We finally made it here to this moment. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Jennifer Silva, BA, Elementary Education. Summa cum laude. Ismira Shishich, BA, Human Resource Development. Magna cum laude. Allison Sliwicki, BA, Elementary Education. Summa cum laude. Viviana Spire, BA, Elementary Education. Brittany Stanton, BA, Physical Education. Magna cum laude. Kate Staunton, BA, Elementary Education. Cum laude. Eric Tellez, BA, Special Education. Magna cum laude. Guadalupe Torres, BA, Middle Level Education. Cum laude. Charles True Sr., BA, Urban Community Studies.
I'd like to thank my support system, my wife, my children, mama, daddy, grandma. We made it. Root to the Qs. Aye.
Priscilla Tyus, BA, Physical Education. Cum laude. Shabazz Usmani, BA, Elementary Education. Nicole Vale, BA, English Secondary Education. Cum laude. Jocelyn Valentine, BA, Early Childhood Education. Magna cum laude. Athanasia Vallis, BA, Elementary Education. Magna cum laude. Matthew Wiekowski, BA, Elementary Education. Leithia Willix, BA, Middle Level Education. Summa cum laude.
I did it! Finally overcome all the obstacles and Mama, we made it!
Mary Unathem, BA, Elementary Education. Cum laude.
Now that our last graduate has been recognized, I want to again congratulate everyone who participated in today's celebration. I have 3 final messages for all of you. Use your new skills and knowledge to make the world a better place. Stay connected with us, be engaged with NEIU, and come back home often. And make sure everyone knows you're from Northeastern Illinois University.